Welcome to the Sweet Buddies podcast. Life is better in the sweet. And now here are your hosts, Mike Albanese, Alex Pavone, and Chris Scopo.
Some Velcro.
Yeah, we got to do that. I can't believe Big Man Mike. This guy's had quite the afternoon.
Oh, it's been a big day.
Mikey's had one. Mikey's had one, let me tell you.
I've had a day and 3/4.
Oh, mama. And look at this guy. He got it to work, though. That's Clutch Benez.
Clutch Benez. I like that one. All right.
Finally, a positive connotation to my name.
All right.
It's always like gay benes or mayonnaise.
Scambanese. Mikey stop signs.
Can we
Clutch Albanese. I'm into it.
Can we give the listeners a brief recap of what just happened
Sure.
right now?
But you go for it. I'd like to see from your perspective now that I'm not seeing red anymore.
The as you know, and as we do this in our in Scopo's room.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I was waiting for that. I was gonna jump down your throat if you go our little studio we do it in. No, it's my room.
It's Scopo's room. I was gonna say our room, but anywho, there's two mics.
Two mics. I have one.
Michael has one.
Yep.
The big man, and I have a wireless lapel. Because I cannot. This is the first day in a long time that I'm using a microphone, like an actual microphone. Not a lapel mic.
Even on stage too.
That's what I mean. And Big Man Mike, the lapel one wasn't working, so we frantically searched this whole house for a microphone.
And I mean Mike did most of the things.
I went to go message someone in my room.
I stood behind Mike a couple times.
You got sidetracked by a muffin?
I
You found a blueberry in the kitchen
and I forgot
fucked
to
off?
You kept mentioning the muffin for like 10 minutes, and finally you're like, I'm just going to do it. I'm dying. I need a muffin.
I had an edible.
I need a muffin. You got an edible?
Yeah, and a muffin.
And a muffin?
Yeah.
Good for you, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, I found my backup lapel, which wasn't working, but it worked in my phone, so that's a whole thing. And then I have a boom mic that I forgot about, and when we cleaned up the suite and we made the whole apartment a little bit nicer, I found it. And I know I put it somewhere so I'd remember where it was, and then I dug through the entire closet, tore the fucking thing apart, and it wasn't in there. And then it was just in the utility closet, just sitting there.
In a bag.
Just in the bag it came in.
Yeah. It was like right there.
Yeah.
You were like, fuck. You were happy, but you were like,
I was so mad at how easy I could have just. I should have just opened that door first. I don't know.
We should be 37 into this podcast right now.
Oh yeah, and well, honestly, thank God we did this because we were going to do it later in the day. And if it was midnight and this was happening, I would have quit the podcast because I haven't had a good.
There's still time for that.
I know.
Trust me, it ain't gonna
Fans won't mind.
The fan won't mind.
Mom won't mind.
Well, I know. Well, we did have another regular microphone, and I know why we gave it away this week.
Yeah, yesterday. It was yesterday.
It was actually yesterday.
Yeah.
It was.
Hold on.
I saw it disappear from the house.
Can you repeat when you said we had a mic? Another mic?
Michael.
Yeah.
Had another mic. These are all Mike's mics.
Mike's.
Michael's Angels mics. Anywho's.
Mike's.
Mike's mics.
I like it.
Oh, I got a story about that mic, but go ahead.
Oh.
I'll tell you about it.
Well, I'm like, where are you going with that mic?
So I had a wireless mic set up with the handheld mic with the receiver, and I've had it for 8 years, 7 years I've owned this, and I forgot about it. Go on.
Anywho, he's like, I broke another man's mic, so I'm going to bring my mic. This mic.
Mike is going to bring a mic.
Use the word microphone. Maybe that'll...
No, I like this way. I like to confuse people.
We're having fun.
But he's getting it.
We're having fun.
So Big Michael.
Yeah. Big Mike.
Took a little mic.
Took the little mic.
To the man who he broke his microphone. Now, okay. I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to let him leave and be like, how did you break the microphone? Like, I have to ask him, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's probably a standard way. I can't imagine it being anything other than just like, oh, it must have just broken my hand or something. Is that?
Yeah. I mean, you have a giant hand. So
how do you
maybe
think he? Give me 2 quick guesses. How you think?
I would say maybe he dropped it.
But from where?
He's a tall man. At that fall, it probably shattered. For your fall, probably just a little dent.
He is not wrong.
Yes.
He's not wrong.
No, I understand the science behind how things break.
Yeah.
But,
you're a prick.
But where did he break it? Not physical location of the microphone. Where could it have been on a comedy stage? Is what I'm asking.
No.
Was it a podcast?
No.
Did he have a?
No, I don't think comedy stage.
What was it?
Mike's a little tame when he's on stage.
I do tend to stay in a box physically, unless I'm bombing. Then
And emotionally.
I'm running all over the
Then
place.
you're Martin Lawrence.
Also emotionally in your box too, as well.
Well, for sure.
2 guesses.
Maybe filming something.
Okay, that's one.
That
That's
is a great
good
guess. Great guess.
Doing actual work, I would assume.
Yeah.
Maybe he put it somewhere and it rolled off a shelf and it
Also-
dropped on a floor.
Oh.
Great
Okay.
guess.
Mike, tell us why you broke a mic and why you were delivering it to a new mic to another.
You know, it was a mishap, and I gave him the new mic. Anyway, so you're going to start the should I actually tell you?
Yeah.
Well, I was we're going to go with hammered.
As you normally do.
And I believe I was in the middle of singing Boys to Men, I'll Make Love to You.
Oh, really?
And on stage at karaoke, and the guy had a wireless mic that I was singing with because I was twirling and running all over the place.
Okay.
And he had a mic stand that none of the microphones fit in. He told us that. He said, don't use the mic stand. And I went and grabbed the mic stand, and he's on the side of the DJ going, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit.
You think he's cheering for you?
Yeah, he was just waving like, hey, buddy, you're great. You're such a good singer. You should be a professional. You should quit your job you have now to become a singer. Yeah. I assume that's what he was
No,
saying.
that's the industry saying it to you.
Yeah, that's the comedy industry. And then I put so I kept trying to get the mic, his wireless mic, into the mic stand, and it kept like popping out. I just like tried to like shove it in, and then because I want to use my hands as I'm singing.
Of course you
I'll
do.
make love to you, and you got to put your hands out.
I know how you get. I've seen you doing karaoke.
And then I shoved it in, and then I let go to throw my hands in the air because there was ladies in the crowd. I'm here to please.
Yeah.
And the mic, flung,
Not you.
No,
Not
the
Michael.
microphone.
Not
The
you.
microphone.
The microphone flipped like it popped up. It like popped out because it didn't fit. It just yoinked out, and then slowly. And it was very quick. But in my mind, it went very slowly. It made contact with the floor and shattered into a million pieces. A very expensive wireless mic system.
Wow.
And the look on the guy's face was, "Are you fucking kidding me?" But also he wasn't that pissed because I was killing it. Tossed me another mic, did a spin, finished the show. Because I call me Tom Jones, baby, because I'm a.
So he had another mic.
No, well, he had other mics. He had 3 of them. They were
Yeah.
wired, but he had one wireless mic, which was like his pride and joy. And I broke it because I was a drunken idiot, and I just assumed my performance was way more important than his equipment.
How great is the big man that he has to return a week later to bring them equipment?
It was 2 weeks.
He fucked him up Mike at karaoke.
I did. And then, so last night, I have this mic that we used one time, and I put it in.
Is it a wireless mic?
Oh, it's a great little wireless system. It's when Tolev was on, our good friend Steph Tolev, and
I don't remember that being wireless.
it was a wireless.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
it was a
yeah.
handheld wireless. It was handheld, not like a cord, like a lapel. And she, so I brought it last night to the karaoke because I had a show that was going on before the karaoke. Show never happened, got canceled. And as I brought it with me to give the guy, and as I go in, because that guy's normally excited to see me because I'm such an enigmatic performer. I don't know if that word I used right.
We don't know either.
Egnomatic.
Eggmatic?
Yeah.
Eggomatic?
It's not agnomatic.
Whatever. What is it?
Agnomatic.
Egmatic?
Whatever the fuck. it is.
Energetic. That's not it.
So he wasn't happy.
No, he saw me. Normally, he's like very excited. He looked at me and goes, "Hey, like this fucking guy." And then I pull my bag. I go, "Buddy, I got something for you." He's like, "What?" He goes, "I thought you were kidding. I didn't think you'd actually bring it." I was like, "Yeah, I told you. I've been out of town," which I wasn't, but I didn't go. And then I gave him the mic, and he was pretty thrilled. And now he's got a brand new mic set.
Oh, that's nice of you.
That's nice. I would have not given him anything. to be
Well,
honest.
listen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's really.
I told him I
Stoked.
would, so I did. I'm a man of my word.
That you are.
And I brought it back to him. I felt good about it. And then today, I wish I didn't do that because my entire room is destroyed right now because I literally was like throwing shit
I know.
out
Mike
from
almost hit me with one of his jackets.
Yeah, I'm smashing shit out of my closet. And I turn around and go, "Buddy, I didn't see you there."
It's a big jacket. I got a black eye.
It's yeah. So now I don't have that, but I have this microphone now. I got fucking equipment everywhere.
You know what you're never gonna lose?
My marbles,
Friends.
Buddy,
I
give
don't
me a
know
minute.
about that.
give me a minute, pal.
What are you talking about? He's gone for 2 weeks. I might move somebody else in.
Buddy, as long as I get paid. But you want to hear how I got that microphone?
The boom one or the one that you just gave away?
The one I just gave away.
Okay.
So this is classic. When I first started doing comedy, I took a job as a trivia host. I was doing dirty trivia.
Add that to the list.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I did dirty.
What's dirty trivia?
It's trivia, but you like curse, and it's like sex stuff, and it's like who this porn star took anal.
Okay.
Like all the questions are just like dirty. It's like adult trivia.
Okay.
At bars, I would do it like one or two nights a week. It was good money. I was making like $80 plus tips. It was a fun time.
Okay.
But the guy gave me like a setup, like a whole box with like all the equipment, mics, the whole thing, and then I did it for like 3, 4, 5 months. I did it, and then I just kind of got busy with other shit, and I think I got another job, and I didn't want to do that anymore. And I quit, and then I just never gave him the equipment back, even though I was supposed to, and I just held on to it forever. Like, one day this is going to come in handy.
Did he?
I forgot I had it, and then when I moved, I was like, oh, look, I got this stuff. And
did he, like, kept hitting you up about it?
He hit me up once about it, and I thought I gave it back to him. I thought for sure. I was like, because I didn't know where it was. No, I honestly did. I gave it back to him.
Mike, when you said that you thought you gave it back to him, that's a no.
Well, I didn't know I had it.
That's
and
a
then,
no.
And then I found it, and I just didn't tell him I found it.
Yeah, well, that happened.
Like 2 days after he said give it back to me.
But now I have, I was able to help out a struggling karaoke DJ with a brand new microphone.
That's very nice.
Yeah,
so
it all comes back in full circle.
If you would have paid for that microphone yourself, Big Michael.
I'm going to stop the question.
Okay.
Fuck that guy. He ain't getting my microphone.
Okay.
But it wasn't mine, and I used it one time in 10 years.
Yeah.
When would I ever
really use a second?
That answer was no.
When would I ever need it again? 8 minutes ago?
Could have really used it a second time tonight, let me tell you.
The day that I've had, or the night that I've had, I could have fucking...
But he's been struggling.
Yeah, when I saw him today...
What was what happened?
You look wet. You look like how I think people... Like when they look at me, they think how I look. That's what.
Just dripping from your ears.
Yeah, I looked at Mike. I go, "Ooh, he looks like me." Ugh.
Well, I did just get out of the shower. So
yeah,
clean
greasy.
Yeah, I did. Well, you didn't know I got out of the shower, and I was like panicking. So you're like, "You all right, buddy?"
So we go to my mom's house, mom and dad's house today.
Lovely time.
Today's
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
So happy Mother's Day to all the mom listeners. out
Happy
there.
Mother's Day, Cecil. I love you.
Happy Mother's Day, Cecilia.
I was actually the only one that saw my mom today, so happy Mother's Day, Mary, again.
Yeah, well, you're
yeah, she's also like one of 3 people who listens to this podcast.
So you're in your mid-30s and you live a mile from where you grew up. So that's maybe one of us.
Okay, it's like 7.
No one's happier than me, and I think Pavone, that you live that close, because every now and again we'd go have a great home-cooked meal and listen to your parents make fun of you. Scopo kept cursing, like talking about, and there was children around. He kept going, "This motherfucker," and he'd cover his mouth. Oh shit, my bad.
No, but then when the baby was around, I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, he don't realize it yet, so don't worry about it.
Go on.
Yeah, we went, and great meal, good times. My whole family was there. Mike finally met little Judy, my cousin.
Well, the whole Judy crew.
It's not.
How confusing is all the J's?
A lot of Judys.
Yeah, my cousin Judy.
Sweet. What a great family.
Great family. Good
I mean,
people.
honestly, you're the black sheep because they're all great.
Yeah,
buddy,
what
I'm
happened?
not even a sheep.
You're the black goat.
Buddy, I'm a black fucking roach.
They were making fun of Judy so much because she wants to go whitewater rafting. And everyone was looking at her like, "Are you out of your fucking mind? You hillbilly?" They were calling her a hick. Like, "You're a hick? You want to go float down a river? You fucking redneck!" I was like, "Jesus Christ! It's so much fun." They're like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "This feels like home."
Me and my cousin Heather were going after her pretty hard. Like, what are you doing?
Any outdoor activity, and the fucking Scopo family assumes you eat raccoon for dessert.
Well, she kept going
What the fuck is that?
One of them, who was it? Heather was saying.
Heather.
She kept going
Who's
like.
Heather?
She goes, "Yeah.
Cousin.
You're gonna go down the raft. You go to the river, and there's gonna be fucking water rats coming at you." And I'm like, "What the fuck is a water rat? Are you talking about
beaver.
fish?"
What the fuck's a water
She
rat?
goes, no, rats that live in the water.
Yeah, she convinced there's water rats.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You've never been to a lake?
No, Scopo's not the black sheep. He fits right in with these people.
It was hilarious.
We just kept looking at me and Heather kept looking at each other like, I'm not fucking going. I'm not going.
She had her
Right.
newborn on her arm, and she was like, bouncing the newborn like fucking water rats. I was like, I love this place.
There's actually muskrats. That's an actual
Yeah, but a muskrat is
a muskrat.
sure, but they're not. Water rats aren't a thing. They're
No, I'm not defending this woman. Maybe she meant muskrat.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I think she just thought there were rats in the water.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what she was talking about. I was kind of just going along with her.
I was leaning back in the chair, and she's on the other side, and she said water rats. I just did that movie thing where I was like, the fuck did you just say? The fuck is a water rat?
I love how your family whitewater rafting and they're hillbillies.
Yeah. Because Heather's from Queens too, so we've never been camping. Like the furthest thing camping is going to my aunt's house in the Poconos, and going to a house, and so
bunch of city slickers, huh?
Yeah. So me and her like whitewater rafting. What are you out of your mind?
Yeah, they're up.
You're gonna spend it. She's like Judy, you're gonna go in a tent and sleep with animals around you? She's like, what's wrong with you? You moved to fucking Philly and you become a hillbilly. What's wrong? What's going on here?
I like to imagine that you're going to the house in the Poconos, and it's 10 o'clock at night, and someone goes, I'm going to the bodega. And they're like, what do you mean there's no bodega out here? Like, we're in the fucking mountains. Just confused by the world.
No,
Let's go. But when you've never been camping.
No.
He'll go to a
Never been camping.
He'll go to he goes, that's gross, but he'll go to a 3-day music festival and fucking sweat with a bunch of fucking strangers.
Yeah, but I shower at the end of the day.
You can shower camping.
What are you weird?
Sometimes they got bathrooms with showers in them.
Yeah, you can.
First of all, I haven't been to a 3-day music festival in like 8 years. So
He sticks to 2 days.
relax. That's a 1 day now. I'm getting old.
He's slowing down.
Yeah, I've just the outside. I don't like woods. I'm not. First of all,
I don't like when trees are hanging out together.
Woods. That was the best. I don't like woods.
First of all, I barely
Look at his Trump
survived.
hands, by the way.
I barely.
He's
yeah.
trumping right now with the okay. I don't like woods. I don't like trees hanging out in groups.
You gotta do
Groups of
shrooms. You gotta do shrooms, man. You'll love trees. Fucking
You connect.
trees are the
No,
best.
I'm
they
good.
got souls. You hug them.
No, I'm good.
Anyways, go on there, fucking.
Like I barely survive
Smoke with the
indoors.
bear.
Why do I want to go outside? Become one with nature?
yeah,
Fuck out of here.
it'll
Start calling you not Survivor Man.
I would be in trouble if I was on like
it'll
Survivor.
make your head clear a little bit.
Yeah,
It'd
okay.
feel good getting out there a couple days.
Honestly, a
outdoors.
little. See the star. You ever seen a star, by the way, in the sky,
A couple times.
in the books? You ever seen one in person?
Yeah, when I go to the Poconos, I'll make it to go outside on the deck and go, hey, stars.
You never went to Rosebuds? You never went to Maine?
No,
That was a good time.
No.
It wasn't like
It's too far.
It wasn't a cottage, but it was
Too
like
far away.
No,
You
I
did some
got
stuff?
invited, but I was like, I'm not going because it was like all couples, and it was just like me and Rubinoff. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
you could have shacked up a Ruben.
Scopo gets invited up to Maine to go to a lake house, and he starts Googling the town plus comedy show. You think I get some spots up there?
I mean, they didn't have anything going on, so I actually Googled
You
it.
guys want to start a mic in the cabin?
They do have a little theater though. Next time you go up there, book a theater on
I'm
the
not
Saturday.
going up there.
Okay.
All right.
Way to be fun.
Well, we
Jeez
we go to Mother's Day and have
And
a
I'm
wonderful time.
on the way to Mother's Day. Mike complains he has a migraine.
A bit of a headache. It's starting to grow. Plus, my back is killing me.
So and he goes, you think Ralph has anything? I'm like, Ralph's got a ton of stuff.
Like some
Don't worry
Advil
about
or some
that.
Tylenol. Give me some
And he goes,
Tylenol.
and then he makes the joke. Goes, oh, Ralph had anything stronger than that? And I go,
Yeah, fuck you.
I go, nah, I don't think so. But I go, ooh, Aunt Josie's gonna be there, and she's got everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that girl's a walking pharmacist.
Yeah.
So
Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. What do
no,
you, what do you-
she's got prescribed. She's fine. Yeah,
Oh, in
Yeah.
her purse?
She's prescribed.
prescribed. She's fine.
Oh, okay.
She got a bad back.
Yeah.
Why? Bad back.
I got a bad attitude.
So I go to Aunt Josie's.
You got my
about,
roommates. Pop one of those.
Aunt Josie's about to leave, and I go, "Hey, Aunt Joe, Mike's back is like killing him. Do you think he got anything for him?" And she goes, "Oh, what does he want?"
With that wink, what does he want?
What does he want? And I go, and then she goes, "I wish you would have told me earlier. I would have got it set up for you."
Set up, she'd have crushed him out for me.
Put it in his apple
Josie,
juice.
what are you doing with a credit card? Click, 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 click.
Hit your bloodstream this way faster. So she goes into her purse, and all of a sudden I see her now handing something to Mike. And Mike
This is the beginning of a miserable.
Mike, take it from there.
Well, she pops over and she gives me what looks like 2 gigantic Tylenol. And I go, what are these like? Like I thought it might have been 800 milligram Tylenols. And I was like, this is gonna be great, little painkiller. I'm excited.
Wait, you took a full one or half one?
I took a half of one, but they were big. This is what happened. She goes, She goes, yeah, I heard you got a back problem. Your back hurting? She's whispering to me. By the way, everyone's looking. She goes, you got a back problem? I go, yeah, it's hurting a little bit. She reveals her hand like a fucking sorcerer like this. And there's like 2 pills like floating above her palm.
It's like she was fucking Morpheus in the Matrix.
Yeah,
Hey,
like,
which one do you want here? Take the blue or the red one?
The red or the
Take the
blue?
white one and your night will be miserable. Take the other white one, it'll also be miserable. And she goes, I go, what are they? She leans in, she goes, they Vicodin. I go,
How did she say it? They like it.
Vicodin.
Like, what are you, a fucking student?
Yeah, she's
What do you
like,
think I'm handing you a fucking Tylenol here?
as if anything
I'm
else.
going to the pharmacy, a.k.a. my bag. What the fuck you think I'm giving you, Mike?
They like it.
She goes, they Vicodin. And I go, okay. And I'm looking for things in my head. I'm like, I've taken pills before, but I don't think I've taken Vicodin. I'm like, how muscle relaxer? How bad could it be? Oh boy, let me tell you.
But for the first hour, though,
I was great.
Mikey was flying
But I
high.
was floating in the clouds, pal. Me and God had a conversation.
Were you actually cooking?
But I was up with a 737 fucking waving at the
Were
passengers.
you actually?
I'm like, was that first class, baby? I'm in the clouds.
And let me tell you something, though. Guy was killing with the audience.
Oh, buddy,
He
my
was
crowd
hot.
work was on point.
Hot.
Was he?
Hot.
Yeah.
At one point, someone goes, because my cousin lives by the Quakers. She goes, what's the difference between a Quaker and an Amish? Mike goes, well, Quakers make a lot of oatmeal.
Buddy, I got to stand
Even the
up.
baby smiled.
The dog took a nap. He's like, I can't do this anymore.
Did you do magic?
No magic. Thank God. I don't
Thank
think I
God.
could handle it.
Yeah.
So then what happened? Okay, so first hour.
Hold on. So then she hands it to me. She goes, take a half. And I go, all right. And she pops it in, or I break one in half. She gives me 2. I take one in half, pop it in, drop it, and I go, what's the milligram on these, by the way? She goes, oh, it's okay. I take whole ones. And I go, that ain't helping me. Is it? You take whole ones. You walk around and you rattle.
No,
you
you
have
forgot-
a bucket full of change with all the pills you got.
You forgot the okay.
Yeah. I go, and then but beforehand she goes, I don't want to take your medicine from you. It's your medicine. It's your prescription. She goes, I got like 1,000 of these at home. I go, all right. Well, I guess I'll take it. I'll take a half of it, and I don't feel so bad.
$9.99 then, I guess.
So I
Okay,
take a half one, and I go, what's the milligram? She goes, I don't know. I take them. And I was like,
doesn't
and it
help
didn't
at
make me
all.
feel good at all. I was like, fuck, I should have just like scraped off a little dust and put it under my tongue. Anyway, 30 minutes go by, and I'm like I'm like on Mars, baby, having a great time.
He's having a great time. Yeah.
I was having a great time.
At one point, my mom goes, "You all right, Mike?" She goes, well, "He's like, I'm having a great time.
I'm feeling good.
having a great time."
What time did you pop it? Like roughly
4:30 maybe?
No, it was probably like 5.
Okay.
4:35.
All right.
It wasn't that far.
Yeah, we
off,
laughed.
honestly, the way he made it sound like I was a fucking idiot.
Well, I mean,
What? No.
to be fair, your track record suggests otherwise.
We were only there for like 2 hours, so that's like a quarter of the way in.
You guys were only there for 2 hours.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4:30. So the first hour he's cooking.
Cooking.
So then when does it start to? I would assume only get better.
It started getting bad on the ride home.
Oh, it got worse.
No, it was great, and then it just went south. It like immediately just took a turn.
No.
Like the Vicodin monster turned his head at me and said, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "I'm scared." And as we're going home, I'm like,
Like the
'cause
Viking-
I ate a lot.
Yeah,
I
when
drank
you
a
were
ton
like-
of coffee. I had like 5 or 6 cups of coffee, so I'm like, caffeine doesn't do well with my blood pressure when I'm drinking too much of it.
Well, when you called me to figure out when we're going to do the podcast,
I was in bad shape.
yeah, and that's why he's like, I'm not doing too hot, buddy. And I'm like, well, what about your plans? Which I'm not too sure if he knew what he was doing. His
Yeah.
plans were to go to a musical.
A play.
I'm sorry. So when he said, buddy, I'll cancel. I'm not doing too hot. I knew something was
Yeah.
up
Because he's missing a fucking.
because when Twinkle Toes misses a Broadway, something's
First of all, I
up.
was off Broadway, and fuck you.
Okay, so
So I'm not feeling great, and I'm getting out of the car, and I'm complaining about because I ate a bunch of food, and I had like a big breakfast.
Oh no! You forgot on the way home, Mike is like, "Oh my fucking! I don't know. My heart is like."
Yeah, I kept getting weird, like
Racing.
weird blips in my heart, which I get
look over-
sometimes. But there was like a couple of them, too many, and too like frequent.
Yeah, I look over
Too
though.
high.
Mike has his hand on his fucking pulse right here, and he's like counting the pulses. He's like,
No, I'm not counting. I'm just.
You're like, I
You
thought
guys
you.
got heart problems.
And I'm like,
what the fuck would you do?
But I'm getting nervous now. I'm like, you
Fuck, me
okay?
too.
You all right? You good? Are you gonna die on me?
No, it happens. Sometimes I'll go like months and nothing. I never feel a blip, and then every now and again there'll be like a bunch of them over a course of a couple days, and then I'll go months again. It's just random. It doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
But it gets my anxiety up, and then
That's what it is.
And
It's
then
your mental-
I started getting anxious, and the
Yeah.
anxiety raised my blood pressure,
Yeah.
so now my heart races a little faster. So that
Yeah.
it just builds on itself.
Yeah.
And it happens. I know they happen, but when it's happening, there's nothing I can do to convince myself that it's anything other than I'm dying. And then I'm full on top of it, and then I got a Vicodin, so now my brain is like, I'm kind of high, but I'm also paranoid that the Vicodin's fucking with my heart, and now my heart's going to explode because of the Vicodin, and now I'm panicking, and now I'm starting to sweat a little bit, and now I'm looking at my it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
And at this moment, I'm blasting
And I'm-
Childish Gambino. I'm having a great time.
And I'm also full from food and like jacked up on coffee, so like everything is just going against me. And I get out of the car, we park, and I'm like, I was talking about, because I eat too much. I always eat too much, and I always feel like shit afterwards. It raises my blood pressure, and I just don't like it.
Yeah, we've realized that Mike is like a dog.
Yeah.
He just can't.
If there's food in front of me, I'm eating it.
He'll go until he throws up.
Yeah, and I also realize that I treat food like relationships or like ex-girlfriends, where it's like I keep going back for more, even though I know it's going to end terribly. Like I don't learn my lesson by like no, this is going to be different this time, and it's never different, and I always end up miserable.
You are a little cranky pants when you're hungry.
Oh, buddy, don't get me. Don't talk about food. I'm getting hungry right now. I want a muffin so bad.
Oh, buddy, I'm a blueberry.
So Scopo goes to
Crave.
to go to the store, to go to the Crave to get a seltzer water, and I have like there's some leftovers, and I bring them up, and I'm walking up the stairs, and I just start getting real dizzy walking, and like my breathing is like heavy. And so that starts getting me more anxious, and then I get to the stairs, and like I'm starting to get tingly. I'm getting like nauseous. I'm like cloudy, and I'm like off. And then I just start convincing myself I'm having a heart attack, and it was a panic attack. I just started getting anxious, nauseous, dizzy, lightheaded, which are symptoms of other problem. It could be a million things, but for me, it's heart attack. And I come up the stairs, and I start like bolting up the stairs because I'm getting real dizzy and real nauseous, and I'm like fuck. And I'm yelling at myself like, no. I'm like trying to yell my heart attack away, even though it's not. And I know it's not. And I just start like, my hands in the air. I'm like fucking flipping out. And I'm like yelling at myself. And I take all my clothes off. And I just go to the bathroom and I just start puking all into the tub or into the toilet.
I hope Maz doesn't hear that. All her food going to waste.
So I come in.
Well, and I'm puking, and then I'm like forcing myself to puke because I'm like, if I'm puking, I'm getting everything out, and I just was gagging, and it was
I come into the
awful.
door downstairs being wide open.
Oh, I didn't even remember to close the door. I just came kicking into the door, and I just started like running. I was fucking.
I was like,
losing
all
it.
right, I guess Mike, maybe his hands were full with the leftovers. Like maybe he forgot to do that. And I'm walking up the steps, and all I hear is, "Bah!
He's being kind because he's not yelling into the microphone. I am a incredibly loud puker.
Yeah.
At one point,
I scream like it sounds like my voice is hoarse right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if you can tell, but that's just purely from
Vomiting.
the screaming of
I
puke.
stop. I'm like, is there a demon coming out of him? Like, what? Is this like Alien with the thing that
wasn't
pops
great.
out of his stomach?
It wasn't great.
Do you feel better though after
I feel
the
great.
vomit?
So I started hurling into I started ralphing, bro, into the toilet for a good 15-20 minutes. I'm just trying to get everything out of me, and then I'm just like covered in it, like my hands. It's like because I was like getting it out, and it was like it was disgusting.
Oh
I know.
man.
And then
Is there puke on the floor?
no, I'm actually an adult, so I cleaned up after myself, and then
You know, there's been a dime on the mat in the bathroom for 3 days, right?
I don't steal money. Okay?
Well,
It
someone's
ain't mine.
dime is just there.
Well, that dime might be puked on. Old
That
fucking
dime is for the birds now.
old Abe Lincoln or whoever the fuck's on the dime.
Abe Lincoln.
The bald? No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's a bald guy. Who the fuck's on the dime?
Doesn't
I
matter.
I tell you right now, some coffee and eggs. That's what's on the dime. That's what's on the dime in our bathroom. And then I jump in the shower, and I'm just like sitting in the shower, just cooling off, calming down, having a great time. But I started flossing my teeth just to like distract myself because I can always get out of a panic attack just by doing something with an activity. But then I'm doing it too much, and then my gums start bleeding, and I'm like spitting blood. It was just a fucking disaster. And
he walks out. I go, "You all right, buddy?" He goes, "I don't know, man. I don't know."
I still had to walk
Like
around.
he just came back from Nam. Like he's seeing shit.
buddy, that was my Vietnam. My daily panic attack. And then I panicked, and then we set the podcast up because I came home because I wasn't feeling good, and I wanted to do this because I'm on the road and you're traveling a little bit, Pav. And then the mic goes out, and I can't. So now I'm tearing the fucking house apart, losing my shit. It's just been a rough go for the big guy tonight.
And you're even with all that going on, you're still more composed than me and Scopo on a good day.
Well, I think if I just ignore the problems, which that'll eventually not be a problem.
That's healthy.
I just don't think about the panic that I had earlier.
Okay, that's good.
So
To each their own.
It was a good
and
night.
their own solutions.
I had a great time.
I'm glad you did.
It was good.
I know.
It was a good night,
glad.
and I had a great great Mother's Day, and then
Well, you guys, you guys had a great weekend together.
I had a rough weekend. I had a big weekend. I've been eating and drinking nonstop, and I'm done. I think I'm done.
I thought because you spent the last 2 days with Scopo. That didn't help.
That's what it was. No, well, no, then because what's today? Sunday.
I think I've been chipper.
We recorded this on
weekend.
Mother's Day.
I don't know. I haven't been around.
But Saturday, I woke up at 9:00 in the morning to meet up with some buds, some other friends.
Say it, Alexis and D.
Alexis and D are good pals, the Guerreros.
Guerreros.
And we went to a taco festival with an open bar. So, I've been doing bad things to
You're
myself.
saying you're done drinking.
I don't know, but I can't. Oh man, I don't. It's doing so as of right now, and I feel like I don't want to talk about this type of stuff on the podcast because it's like more personal shit. But I also feel like there's maybe some accountability to be said about talking about it. But I don't do nothing positive is coming out of booze anymore. Like I think I've reached that the bell curve, which is
I know what a bell curve
You know what a
is.
bell curve is. Yeah.
It's going down. Like I'm not. It's becoming more negative than positive. The
There
effects
was
of alcohol.
there were points where alcohol was more positive than negative.
Well, the fun used to outweigh the hangover or the aftermath.
Gotcha.
Now the aftermath is becoming such more of a problem that the only two ways to do it, I think, are to stop or just to continue drinking.
So
that
that
way-
way, full blown alcoholic,
Exactly,
or
yeah.
sober.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you could compromise.
I could compromise,
Yeah.
but I think that I just have to just take
Or I want you-
the fuck easy.
Oh no, I want you to go the other way. I want you to go full badass, like Hollywood Hulk Hogan. You turn into the bad guy.
that's
Come in every day, play
Mike's
the
going
guitar.
heel.
Yeah, I want
Mike's
Mike to
turn
go
heel.
Buddy, I'll turn heel right now. You don't want that, bud. You don't want the heel to show up. Because I've had the heel pop up
what's-
every now and again, and let me tell you.
You know,
Buddy, we've seen the heel and still have multiple stop signs around the city.
imagine
Sometimes they're a yield sign. I don't listen to those signs.
he never
It says
yields.
yield, I go right through it. It says stop, your boy goes.
You know what's funny? All the booze that Mike has shoveled into his body,
Shuffled it.
to his body over the years, and it just didn't affect him. But one Aunt Josie Vicodin takes him the fuck down.
I have.
That's how you know you can't party with Aunt Josie. I've seen that lady play beer pong with just vodka.
Well,
Straight vodka.
I remember popping the thing in my mouth going, this is the worst idea ever. I knew putting it in, like, this is going to end terribly.
This is a vet of the Vicodin circuit.
This is a vet get in.
Yeah, buddy.
Listen, she
different
had
league.
I love and appreciate her giving it to me.
Yeah.
And there was no malice, and she was trying to help me.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm glad I know this because what happens if I get like some sort of injury and they prescribe me Vicodin?
You can't
Could you
do it.
imagine if I took a huge dose? I'd fucking snap.
That's what's fucked up about all these painkillers and stuff, and Oxycontin and all this fucking crazy shit. Like, people get so addicted to this goddamn
Yeah.
shit, and it's a problem.
Well, I went.
If half of Vicodins do that to you, you're not doing as bad as you think.
I think it was a combo of the Vicodin, all the food, the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
Plus, I had
Keep blaming the food. Poor Mez.
and
She doesn't
no,
deserve it.
not her. I ate all day. I had a huge meal it was a big day of eating.
I guess that's a compliment.
I've been eating. The food was great, but I was full. I had too much coffee, so I was just fucking jacked out of my mind. It was just a whole thing, and I just didn't. And then, I still was convinced that I was having a heart attack or something was happening.
What is that? So it is a painkiller.
I guess. Well, as I went to do laundry afterwards just to clear my head. And
For Mike, it's just a killer.
and I needed to get laundry done because I'm leaving in a day or two, and so I just let me just do laundry, get my head right. And as I'm sitting there, I Google what are the negative side effects of Vicodin, and it immediately pops up: nausea, lightheadedness, dizziness, upset stomach, like it's everything that happened to me, and then which then turned into a panic attack. So just tonight. So I realized that it was definitely the Vicodin that put me in that mindset that like spun me.
So this is your second.
This is at the same time.
Okay.
I'm just saying I was convinced it was actually like my body, not the Vicodin, but the Vicodin caused it. But then I spiraled. My brain spiraled because of it, and then I started turning it into other problems.
Well, there was a thing at the museum that we saw yesterday called the body exhibit.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yeah, and maybe if we spent a little more time in that specific exhibit, Mike would have known. Maybe perhaps they would have talked about stuff. Maybe some stuffs like side effects in prescription pills. And I had a great time.
Yeah. So we went
at the museum. It was really fun.
The three of us went, and if you're on our Instagram, you can follow Sweet Buddies. You can see a couple of those videos.
Great time.
We all had a great time. Where did we go? What was the name of the museum, Pev?
The American Museum of Natural History.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And we so the three of us went.
Right?
Yep. Good. Correct.
Three of us entered. One of us left.
Who?
It wasn't me.
Well, first of
I
all,
was there
the
the whole
guy
time.
going, whoever left, the person that left, was a saltine cracker. Was not happy going. Was not happy when he was there. Just a saltine.
I agree. That guy was a fucking bag of shit. What a salty prick.
Scope, was it you?
I was actually chipper. I was ready to see some history.
Did I take off?
I loved
in
it.
In a steamy storm.
No,
Was it
I
me?
think you were with me. Remember?
Yeah,
we
we
were
went.
reading the stuff.
I had a great time. You know what my favorite part of the museum is? Was that whole universe exhibit. Ooh, with the stars and the clouds and the black hole.
Yeah, that does.
You guys didn't go to that one?
That's not there.
You know when I said I was going to the bathroom? That's where I went.
Oh, yeah.
The universe exhibit. Yeah, I had a great time.
That's weird because you went to the bathroom out the front door and down the steps and onto a train.
The dinosaur exhibit was pretty good though too. I saw a lot of dinosaurs. I had so much fun with you guys. It was really, really a good time.
So we went to the
Let me tell you
museum.
something. The dinosaur exhibit was actually a blast. I had a good.
I had a great time too.
So here was the plan. Scopo came up with the idea, doing a little, producing for the podcast. He's like, as a group, we should start going places, seeing weird things, and then that way we could talk. We have like
Great
come up with
idea.
stories and stuff.
Great idea. Great plan. Great stuff.
Well, we were going to go at 2:30, and we ended up leaving around 3:30.
we were gonna go at 2:30.
Yeah.
But it was a good plan.
Sure.
To leave at 2:30.
Because that would have given us time to go explore and do things.
Yep.
We walked out around 3:30, which an hour, not that.
No, it was
crazy.
3:10.
Okay.
Now,
Well, we're in Astoria, which is across the river from Manhattan, and the museum closes at 5:30. So
well. It's a little tidbit of information we're leaving out there, Michael. Is that I told Scopo I have a show at 5:00.
right.
So 2:30 was imperative to be out
Yes.
of the house, which I'm not blaming anybody. But
Why are you pointing to Scopo?
sorry, I was pointing at the door. Anyways, he just happens to be in front of the door. So continue. So we're 40 minutes late.
And then obviously parking, you can immediately find spots right up front. No, in New York, it's impossible to park. And
It's
so we
impossible.
circled the facility until about 4:00.
No, I say we got in there.
3:57.
At
Okay, that's right.
I wasn't counting. or
We got
anything.
in there at 3:57. Now, did
Oh,
I
yeah.
know the 1-2 trains were not going to be working?
Ooh.
Did I know that?
Do you have something to say?
Yes, yes, yes.
You do anything to say, caveman?
Yes. Scopo said, he goes, yesterday when he was leaving, I go, hey man, how long is it going to take for me to get to the museum down to the New York Comedy Club? And he goes, I don't know. Do I look like fucking Google? And I said,
You did say that.
oh, okay. Oh, cool.
I wonder where his salt came from. A little sprinkle from Scopo.
I don't know. He doesn't remember that. And I go, well, hey, man, maybe I shouldn't come because by the time we get there, I'm probably going to have to leave. And he goes, why don't you fucking Google it? I go, I don't need Google. I have a little bit of a brain. I could figure this out, that it's not going to... The little bit of my brain knows that by the time we get there, I'm going to have to leave. But I didn't Google that. I wanted to Google, is my friend a fuckhead? Search result? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time. But I had a great time at the museum.
So we get to the museum. We wait online.
What? Can we talk about that line for 1 second?
But you
It
got.
was so fucking awesome, that line. There was people there.
We had nice
They were
banter.
happy.
We had nice
The
banter.
ropes were fucking... The texture was a little off for me.
Hey, first off, you saw a couple dinosaurs when you walked in.
That's not
Yeah,
nice to
it was
call
a brontosaurus.
That's not nice to call the security guard.
He saw
But look,
a saurosaurus.
And how nice was security?
She wasn't that. Well, here's the thing that's fucked up.
Very good
We
people.
walk in, and then I just take a beeline to the entrance, and the security guard goes, "You need a ticket." I just blow past her, walk right in. She doesn't stop me. You two idiots make eye contact, and she tells you to stop. You could have just walked in. They don't
You
give
also-
a
Who's Cambanez, man?
You're also 6'4".
She's a security
She's
guard with
5'2".
a gun.
Okay.
She doesn't have a
She does
gun.
not have a gun.
She at least had something to hit me with.
No, she had a walkie-talkie.
She should have
About
smacked
it.
me in the back of the head with one of those.
I like
She would have given me a Viking and take me right out.
an old bow and arrow from another exhibit.
Fucking arrowhead to the back of my neck. Then we went in line. You had to leave at 4:05 to make it just in time for your show, and we got in the building at 3:57. So you said, "I'm gonna stay till 4:05," and you did. You stayed till 4:05. You had an alarm set, and we're in the queue, waiting to get a ticket, and your alarm goes off, and you just rolled out of the line and walked out. It was pretty funny.
What time did you get to New York Comedy Club, though?
4:47.
So you could have stayed a little more.
It could have.
Right to the front of the right when we were about to get the tickets, probably.
You could have stayed until at least you see the. It said Asian peoples.
This guy was.
You could have stayed for the Asian peoples.
We go to the first exhibit. He goes, "Asian people, this will be hysterical."
And I got a few comments back on my Instagram, so it was.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, we.
So me and Mike went to see the
had a great
exhibits.
time.
I loved it. Loved the dinosaurs. I was a big fan of the dinosaurs. And,
The dinosaurs.
And
Dinosaurs.
spelling them or pronouncing them was not my forte.
No.
I tried hard.
What is your forte?
Sleep.
Out of curiosity, in terms of fortes.
Yeah, pronunciation's not your forte. That means you have one.
Let me tell you something. When you need to miss an alarm clock, you call me.
What does miss an alarm clock mean?
'Cause I sleep right through it.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
miss an alarm.
Yeah.
You miss an alarm clock.
Like
Like,
if you
where
have-
did I place my alarm clock?
Like you're saying you're a great sleeper.
Oh, I can sleep.
Okay.
I can sleep. With
You
the
know what I'm
best
really
of 'em.
good at? Being a bum.
With the best of them. With the best of them.
Or the worst.
Mm-hmm.
The best of the bums.
Also confusing people. That should be a forte. Me and Mike looked at each other, had no idea what you were saying.
You need to miss an alarm clock? You call me. I'm sorry, what?
No. That's called natural talent.
Yeah, sure, you can call talent. Why did you air quote? You said talent.
So what happened with the dinosaurs? You couldn't pronounce
So first
brontosaurus?
we went the wrong way. We went to the the Asian peoples first. So we started
His favorite.
in Asia.
What was it? Samurais?
No, it's like
Don't get racist, okay?
It's
We're
not-
trying to have fun.
it's like 4,000 BC before that. It's
Oh, it's like.
you're going. They didn't have samurais back then.
But as we're going through, we at one point maybe for 30 seconds we keep seeing people chuckle as they're walking past us the other direction, and we're like, what's so funny? We go into this exhibit, and there's a sign that it says Jews of Asia, and it was funny because
Yeah,
you don't
that's
like
pretty funny.
Asian Jews, like that was a
Asian
thing.
Jews are very rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had a whole section to
Let
it.
me tell you-
Everyone was chuckling, walking out there.
Let
Going,
me tell you
Jews
something.
of Asia.
The
Yeah,
museum,
right.
not politically correct. It's some fucked up sayings for people.
Well, Jews of Asia. That's like that's a statement of fact.
If
Whether
you
you
get-
want to take that and then translate it into racism.
What if they
that's
go
up to you.
Asian Jews?
Same thing, right? Jews
Yeah.
are Jews. Is Jews racist? I think if you say
How about
fucking Jew,
Jewish Asians.
Jewasians,
Jasons.
Jasians.
Jasons.
Yeah.
But nobody knows what that is.
Yeah.
No.
So we went there first. It was good. It was good. At one point, I'm like, all right, I've seen enough Asian. I gotta get out of
Enough Jews, enough Asians.
I gotta. I was just too like now
I
that
don't want to go to a museum that's in my house.
honestly, it's like getting to the 1970s. I'm like, I can just talk to people downstairs. I don't need this exhibit, you know? And so I'm like, this is boring.
We're trying to have a good good time.
They're-
He's got to take it.
I'm not taking it anywhere. I'm just saying, like, they're showing, like, the
You're saying there's
70s.
Jews and there's Asians downstairs and they're old. We get it.
There's 70s and 80s. I'm like, I live kind of lived through this. I don't need to see this.
Kind
You know,
of.
I want to see history. I don't want to see anything that was in my era.
Okay.
So then we go to, I think, Central America was next. I believe that was Central America was next.
Yep. Well, let me also. You don't look to me to ask because I was hungover at this point because I was day drinking at Taco Fest. So I was kind of dragging ass through that whole thing. I had a great time, but I was getting to the point of needing to take a nap. So yeah, sure. I bet that's what we did. I believe you.
What'd you see in South America?
Honestly, kind of weak.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah.
impressed.
I'll be honest. I wasn't that impressed with the whole place.
Yeah.
The most impressive thing to me were like the miniatures of like this is what it would have looked like of whatever we were looking at.
Oh, you're saying of all the...
The whole thing, I wasn't that
Not
impressed.
the dinosaurs.
Nah, the dinosaurs didn't do it for me because I don't think they're real.
They're not real.
Like I believe dinosaurs existed, but I think they're just like cement
They are.
recreations.
Oh, the best part, not the best part, but it was funny. So they have like recreations of like South American tribes, basically, and some of those titties were out. And I go to Mike, I go, if I was 10 years old right now, I'd be pumped seeing titties. And he goes, buddy, you're 31. You just said it to me.
And then I was trying to shit on him like, hey, 31, you just said what a 10-year-old did because that's how you feel. And then I go, and to be honest, I just looked over there and I saw a naked dude. I was like, balls. So yeah, we took the preteen tour of
the best
America.
part, there was a picture of like a South American lady holding her baby, and I was like, she got nice cans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mike looks, he goes, they ain't bad.
Yeah, they weren't bad.
They were pretty good.
It looked a little porny.
Yeah.
So-
Not like they looked like Nat Geo. It looked like
Were these people mannequins?
No, there was like photos.
They were like photos,
tribes
yeah.
and stuff.
Oh, shit. And how... From what?
Now he wants to go look at him. He's
No,
all
what is
jacked
this?
up.
The 19 what? 20s?
But I mean,
No,
there
it's-
still are tribes that exist. with
Yeah,
people.
Oh, so it's current tribes.
So it's kind of it's like they show the origins and then it like gets to
So you were looking at recent tits.
I look at, yeah.
Okay.
modern titties.
Modern
Yeah.
tits. Modern Hooters. Okay. I didn't know what you were looking at. You know those old tits from like the 1700s?
Old tits.
Like, yeah, you've ever seen those pictures? The titties are so like droopy. The kid's like walking
that's
beside the mom,
that's
sucking her tit
An
while
old-
walking.
I've never seen that.
Never seen that before in my life.
Maybe I made that up.
But I had a good time. We had a good time. And
But we had to talk about the dinosaurs. Then we got to the dude. I was kind of fading, and then I saw dinosaurs.
You know those are fake, right?
I imagine a couple of them. There's like maybe one
They're
bone,
real.
It's like one toe.
and then they build the rest around.
It's
it.
like one little toe.
They're kind of real. I like to think they're real. And
Tip of the tail, and then the
Top of
rest
the
is made.
teeth. Tip of the tail, top of the teeth.
okay,
It's like a molar, and then it's like look at our real dinosaur. Why is the dino winking? They had one skull of some like big megalotron or some shit, which that's not a dinosaur. But they had like, and it looked real because it was like really high up, and they just had like a silhouette and like bronze tubing of what it would look like, and the only thing that was actual bone was the head.
Did you know that current day dinosaurs, like Tyrannosaurus Rex, you know what they are currently? What they've
What?
chicken, and that is what I ate when I left the museum without you guys.
You had chicken? Where'd you get the chicken from?
I had it later in the day.
You had a little
I
late
just want to
chicken?
connect with you guys because you were at the dinosaur exhibit, and
But we did the dinosaurs, which if you go to the Instagram, you can see some of Scopo trying to pronounce things.
I was trying to read the dinosaur names, and
He wasn't
let me
very
tell
good
you,
at it.
I struggled. I struggled hard.
Yeah.
Mike goes one point. He goes, a heterosaurus. This guy must have got a lot of girls, and I was like, what? I didn't get that.
Yeah,
He
the
goes-
one that he should have gotten.
Yeah.
He didn't get.
and he goes,
hetero.
hetero. Like, I'm like, oh, all right. You got a dinosaur puss, you know?
Scopo can't pronounce dinosaur names or anybody who's Greek.
But we had fun. I think we should do more of that. I think
Yeah,
we should do
that was a good
at least
time.
once or twice a month. We talked about it before, but we're going to start a Patreon for like nothing, just to help get our,
Fees?
get a new microphone or something.
Yeah, we
here and
need a
there,
new
like the
microphone.
fees.
But he needed a microphone.
But we're gonna, we
Let's spend
don't
money.
want people to have to do it. And we honestly don't care. I mean, I do, but we're gonna do some stuff. We're gonna start recording the end of the podcast because after we stop recording, we typically yell at each other sometimes. So I might like let the mics run a little bit and release those to Patreon people, and then do like some special videos and stuff.
All right. When's
just,
the next?
just extra content for people. Maybe next week we'll release that Patreon.
When's the
information.
next trip?
Next trip? What? Oh, that we're gonna take?
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm leaving town, so
I'm out too.
Yeah, so we'll do it.
We should go see the Queen's Museum.
starting in June.
Huh?
Oh, that'd be good. There's a
Couple-
Queen's Museum.
Yeah, I would love to
Couple
go to that.
Italian guys on wife beaters, huh?
I would
It's just
love to
a
go to
bunch of
Queen's
different
Museum.
sauces. Look at these meatballs. They ain't as good as my mom's meatballs. That's just
There's
it.
an old Italian guy going, "This is not cooked, Sheila."
Sheila.
But we'll do that. Look for that next episode. We'll talk about the Patreon because it'll be up by then, and just like a buck or two. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
That's $5.
It's cool. It's a thing.
was
Podcasts are doing it.
$10.
Why not? Why aren't we doing it?
$10. What's $10 gonna do?
We're
for
really
you?
doing that.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Patreon.
It's $10.
I mean, I guess we didn't talk about it, but we're talking about it now.
It's $20. What the fuck are you talking about? It's $50.
Why? Just give us your 401k. All right.
We need the last 4 of your social. All we need is your mother's maiden name. No, but it'll be fun. But yeah, so I feel better now. I feel like I'm calm.
You look calm.
I got
man.
laundry in. I don't think my blood pressure's too high.
I
I just think I got to change my. I got to do better. I got to do better physically and emotionally in order to. I just got to be better.
Do you want to go on a jog tomorrow?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, I got softball, so I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna get an exercise.
Why don't we go
in.
fucking 20 minutes or before?
Why don't you come to softball and we can run around there at the park beforehand and then stick around for softball?
No, I can't come to softball.
All right.
My friend of ours is coming.
Okay.
Friend of mine. I like how we just Scopo is Scopo
I
twice.
guarantee he's going to use my sheets.
All right.
He might.
So I guarantee now he's a friend of mine.
Unbelievable. You're gonna have to wash those. Oh wait. So yeah, we'll do that. And then what do you got to plug? I think we did a podcast here, boys.
This Saturday I'll be at Poughkeepsie with Andrew Schott.
The 19th of
The
May.
19th of May.
Poughkeepsie what?
Laugh it up, Poughkeepsie.
Laugh it up in Poughkeepsie.
Laugh it up, Poughkeepsie. Bring the sweet buddies or don't.
What do you got, pal?
I don't respond. Sorry. I have a wedding next Saturday, and it's gonna be 2 Saturdays from now. Fuck. I have nothing. I'm leaving on Sunday. I
All right.
have shows in the city. Alex _ the kid _ Pavone. PAVONE.
So you're both going to be gone for a while?
Oh yeah, you're gonna have this whole place to yourself, bud.
buddy.
I'm not happy about that.
Well, while you're here alone and you're away, I will this weekend, Friday, Saturday, I will be with the hysterical Paul Hooper
Yeah, baby.
at Joke Joint in Houston, Texas.
So that's this weekend.
That's this upcoming. Yeah, it's today's
Nice.
Thursday. As this podcast gets released, tomorrow. So Friday, Saturday, the 18th and 19th
You're
of
gonna
May.
have a great time.
2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday at Joke Joint in Houston. And then since we're doing it, the following week, Thursday, the 24th of May through the 27th of May, so Thursday through Sunday, I will be at the Punchline in Atlanta. So come to that as well.
What?
I got a long trip ahead of
Also,
me.
At this guy.
June 7th, we have a show at the
Sixth.
Standing... 6th, June 6th. Don't go to the 7th, go to the 6th. We have a show at the Standing Room, the Sweet Buddy Show.
Are tickets available yet?
They're going fast.
But are they online?
Yeah.
Okay, well then we'll put it up on the website. We'll make
Yeah.
sure that it's up there. So go to
Come
Sweet Buddies,
on, hang out.
Sweet Buddies Pod. Fuck, I can't remember anymore. I still
Oh,
can't remember. It's
God.
sweetbuddiespod.com for all the information. And then also that's where maybe by the time this is released or the next podcast, the Patreon link will be up there, so you can just go there.
Okay. It's only $70.
I would love a $70 Patreon.
What is $90 gonna do? Is it gonna break you?
Yeah, but just
Buddy, it
we
would
don't want to
just-
make money, but it'd just be nice to try to cover this a little bit.
90
We've been doing
bucks
it.
would destroy us.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So, at the end of the day, you give us $150 a month. It's not gonna kill you.
Yeah, I know. What's $275?
It's nothing. It's peanuts. Ooh,
So yeah, go to the website sweetbuddiespod.com and that's it. That's the podcast. We actually never officially started this podcast. Do you want to start the podcast real quick?
Oh, hello.
Scopo, take us out.
Here comes that English broad.
This has been another episode of the Sweet Buddies podcast. Thank you for listening. Visit www.sweetbuddiespod.com for all show information, past episodes, tour dates, and more. Follow the show on Twitter at Sweet Buddies and your hosts at Big Man Mike, at Mr. Alex Pavone, and at Chris Scopo. Have yourself a sweet day.